All right, guys. The next quad up to bat is the kites. This one's probably one of the tougher ones. We're going to use Pythagorean theorem a lot and some properties you just kind of got to recognize here. So we'll go slow. We'll talk about it, but this will be your last quad we got to get through. All right, for a kite, guys, you have two pairs of consecutive congruent sides. So you check out the diagram. This side is congruent to that side, and then BC is congruent to DC over here. You have one pair of opposite angles that are congruent. So angle A is not congruent to angle C. However, angle B is congruent to angle D. And last thing, the diagonals are perpendicular, which means they intersect at a 90. Okay. One of the things, like this piece of the diagonal right here is also congruent to this piece right here. It doesn't say it over here, but just know that, okay? All right, some examples. Find the angles. All right. I know that these two angles are congruent, and I know this. All angles in a quadrilateral add up to 360 degrees. So if I want to find angles B and D, I add these two angles up, subtract from 360, and then divide by 2. So 360 minus, let's see here, 85 plus 43 is 128. That gives me 232. And then I got to take that 232. Sorry about my writing. 232 divide by 2. That comes out to be 116. Sorry about the writing. So each of those B and D are 116. Number 2. Once again, find the missing values. I know that this angle right here is congruent to that angle right there. So J is going to be 82. All 4 angles inside add up to 360, right? So take 360 minus these 3 angles, and you're left with 125 for angle K. Number 3, a couple angles I can fill in right away. I know I've got a 90 here. I know that guy's going to be 37. That's about it so far. Find PTQ. PTQ, oh, the middle, that's 90. PQT. PQT, well, kind of highlight it for you. We know we have 180 degrees inside of a triangle. So take 180 minus the 90 minus the 37, and then we'll have angle Q, which should be 53. Find QRT. QRT, well, we did that already, 37. Okay, remember, let's see here. First one, GDE. GDE, this whole thing. Well, that side is also 59, right? This diagonal bisects these two angles right here. It does not bisect this angle right here, okay? So 59, that comes out to be 118. DEF, DEH, 90 right there, right? These 3 angles add up to 180. So take 180 minus the 90 minus the 59, and what's left for that guy right there is 31. DGH right here. Well, that's the same as that one, right? So if that's 31, that's 31. Number 5, lots of angles here. Let's try to fill in what we know so far. 7 would be 52. 4 would be 65. We got a 90 right there. We can find this angle right here, right? If I take 180 minus the 90 minus the 52, I'm left with angle 6. And that comes out to be 38. So if 6 is 38, 5 is 38, what's left? Down here, right? Okay. All 3 angles in a triangle have to add up to 180. So take 180 minus the 90 minus the 65, and for 1, you're left with 25, which means 2 is also 25, and that's that. You found all the angles. 6, same thing, more practice. I know 1's going to be 46. 5 is 73, right? 73, 73, 46, 46. I know 4 is a 90. Number 6, take 180 minus that, then we have angle 6. That comes out to be 17, which means 7 is 17. Same thing up top here, guys. Take 180 minus 90 minus 46 to get angle 2 or 3, and that's going to be 44. 2 is 44, 3 is 44. Done. Number 7 says WX is 14. W to R is 8. Find RZ right here. All right, well, if that's 14, that's 14. I know my 90s right here, right? Pythagorean theorem. Here's your triangle. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. X squared plus 8 squared is 14 squared. 14 squared minus 8 squared comes out to be 132. Square root that, 11.5. There's your answer. Number 8, A to C is 38. So this whole piece is 38. I'm going to cut that in half. This would have to be 19. That would have to be 19. E to D is 41. Find CD. Boom. There's my 90. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. 19 squared plus 41 squared is X squared. Left side adds up to 2042. Square root that, 45.2. There's your answer. Number 9, R to S is 10. R to U is 9. Find QS. Okay, we're going to do 2 pieces, though. I know I got to find Q to S, right? But I'm going to find this piece first, and then I'll double it to get the whole thing. Pythagorean theorem. A squared, B squared, C squared. X squared, 9 squared, 10 squared. Subtract 9 squared over, that gives me 19. Square root that, 4.4. So if that's 4.4, that's 4.4, add it up. So Q to S would be 8.8. 10, G to F is 15. C to G is 23. Find CD. Well, I know it's 15 over there as well. There's my 90. A squared, B squared, C squared. 15 squared plus 23 squared is X squared. Left side gives me 754. Square root that, 27.5. Find CD, 27.5. Number 11, remember, these are the only angles that are congruent. Set them equal, solve for X. 13x minus 22, 7x plus 22. Subtract 7x over, add 22. Oh, sorry, it's 13x minus 32. So when I add 32 over, that gives me 54. Divide by 6, 9, solve for X, got it. 11, all right, number 12, same thing. These angles are congruent, set them equal. 5x plus 23 is 8x minus 31. Subtract 5x. Add 31, that gives me 54. Divide by 3, that gives me 18. Find angle L, plug it back in. L comes out to be 113. 13. All right, a couple ways we can do this one. I know it beats me 109 as well too, right? All 4 angles in a quad add up to 360, right? So combine your like terms, equal 360, solve for X. 5x, 3x, 8x. I got a 14, a 109, a 109, and an 8. Let's see here. 109 plus 109 plus 8 plus 14, 240 equals 360. Subtract 240 over, that gives me 120. Then 8 goes in there 15 times. Solve for x. Got it. 14. I know I have a 90 right here. All three angles in a triangle have to add up to 180, so combine your like terms equal to 180. 9x, 23x, that's third. Let's see here. That gives me 32x. I got a 1, a -7, and a 90. Gives me 84. Let's make sure. 90 minus 7 plus 1, 84 equals 180. Subtract the 84 over. 32x is 96. 32 goes in there 3 times. Find angle STV, so right here, right? That's the same thing as that guy right there, so I can plug it back in right there. That gives me 28 degrees. 15. These angles are cut in half, which means they're congruent. Set them equal, solve for x. 5x minus 1 is 2x plus 11. Subtract 2x over. Add the 1. Divide by 3. X is 4. Find angle FGJ. FGJ. Right here. All right, I got 90 right there. I plug in the 4 back up top there. That's going to give me 19. All three angles in a triangle to add up to 180. So take 180 minus the 90 minus the 19. You're going to be left with 71 degrees. That's your answer. All right, I got to solve for x. I got 90 here. I know these angles are congruent. So if I take that guy plus him equal to 180, right? All three angles in a triangle to add up to 180. 11x, 4x, 15x. Got a 90 minus 23 and a minus 7. That gives me 60. Subtract the 60 over, so 15x is 120. 15 goes in there 8 times. Find angle NQP. And so it's the whole thing. So I plug 8 into here, then I got to double it to get the whole thing, right? If you do that correctly, angle Q comes out to be 50 degrees. That's it for kites.